Hey guys, welcome back to ARTFX Tutorial Tuesday. I want to thank everybody for supporting my videos in the past months. I noticed a massive increase in my traffic and subscribers during the past weeks. About 1,000 viewers subscribed to this channel and my videos have been watched about 25,000 times in the past 30 days. Now that's what I call an increase. So today's tutorial is a little bit short, but I've got a solid reason for that. Yesterday was my birthday and I didn't have that much time for this tutorial. I also didn't want to move the tutorial to next week, so here it is. Today I'll make a sub-bass patch which drops in pitch. It's a really cool effect to use in your intros or breakdowns. Let's get started. So here we are back with the project for this track. The patch itself is really simple, since it's just a variation on the sub-bass patch from last week. The actual MIDI data is a lot more important here. So we can start with simply duplicating the sub-bass track from last week and then delete the MIDI clip which is on there. So this is where the sub-drop effect is going to be. It will be used for the first time during the intro. So I select the area where I want this sound and then press Ctrl plus Shift plus M to make a new MIDI clip. I can now insert a note in here. Always use a note which is also present in your scale, otherwise the sound will be out of key with the other elements of your track. Now you need to find the right octave for this sound. My note is set to the E1 octave. I usually place my note 1 octave higher than the normal sub-bass notes, since we're going to let this note pitch downwards. So now I go to the envelope settings by clicking this little button with the letter E on it. Then I click the pitch bend button to bring up the pitch automation window. Here I select the entire clip and then I drag the automation line down. Now I can delete the first automation point at the bottom of the clip by double clicking it to make a ramped automation. Now you have a very simple sub-bass that drops in pitch, but it's a little bit too simple if you ask me. Maybe I want this to drop down 2 octaves instead of 1. I do this by changing the pitch bend settings inside the operator device from +12 to +24. I might change this later on in the video if I think it's a little bit too much. So now the pitch drops gradually while the clip is played, but I want it to drop faster during the first part and then it will slow down. I open up the MIDI clip and then access my pitch bend automation. Now I can change the curve of the automation so it drops faster during the first part of the clip, like this. Okay, so probably you could only hear the first half of the clip and the second half was not audible at all. But when you've watched the volume meter of the track, you could see that there was clearly something going on. This is because the pitch dropped so low it couldn't be reproduced by your speakers. Now I want the sub to fade out in volume so it doesn't suddenly stops. I can do this by clicking the volume button inside the MIDI clip. Here I can automate the volume of the note. Let's automate it so that during the second half of the clip the volume starts to drop until it is completely silent. Now you can see the volume meter going down towards the end of the clip. Sweet! Okay, so maybe this clip is a little too long. Let's make it half the size it is right now. I also changed the volume automation so it matches the current clip length. Great! Let's listen to it in context with the rest of the track. I also automate the track volume since I already know that this sound needs to be quieter during the intro than during the other parts of the track. So it sounds pretty good, but let's change the actual pitch automation a little bit more. Maybe the 2-octave drop is indeed a little bit too much. Let's change this back to 1 octave inside Operator itself. Now I have to redo the pitch automation to make it sound correct. I want it to drop down pretty fast, then slowly going down further until the end of the clip. Notice that different automations give different results. Now I noticed a single spike in the volume at the end of the clip. This is because the volume automation is jumping back to the 0 dB mark at the end of the clip. I can get rid of this by changing the volume envelope for the end of the track like this. So there you have it, a solid sub-bass which drops in pitch to spice up your projects. So I've got one more news item for you guys. I'm working really hard to provide more ways for my viewers to connect and interact with me. At the moment I'm working at setting up a forum on my website where all of you guys can ask me questions, have other members help you with problems, or just showcase your music. Now, wouldn't that be great? Leave a comment below and tell me if you would be interested in this forum and if you would like to have other features included in this forum. You can also connect me at fanmail@artfx-studios.com if you need more space to type your message or if you want to attach images or something else. See you next week.